The process of school desegregation was furthered by this practice called busing because even though like students were now legally allowed to attend these schools, like Black students were legally allowed to attend previously all white schools, there was still this pervasive residential segregation, right? And so, in order to actually integrate the schools, rather than just say, oh, well, we did away with the legal regime that meant that they couldn't go here, you had to bring students in from other parts of a city or other parts of a county in order to actually integrate the school. And so, yes, the lingering dissatisfaction with that practice, which many parents were very, very unhappy with, right? Was then connected specifically to the form of transportation, not just the practice of people moving around using the school bus as the method of transportation. And then also, this backlash probably made white flight worse. So, for those who aren't aware, again, sorry, forgetting people don't always have this in their brain. White flight basically refers to the exodus of white people from like core urban cities, places like Los Angeles, Boston, Chicago, Dallas, Houston, Miami, whatever, what have you, right? New York, out into suburban communities, suburban sprawl outside of the core urban area. And since school districts are often, specifically delineated by like town boundaries, right? And you have to get like intra-district transfer approvals and all of that in order to go to a high school in a different city or in a different catchment area. This was a way for white families to ensure that even with busing, in many instances, their children still would not be going to school with non-white people, which is not amazing.
No, it's not great, but now we're still living, even if we have moved past that as parents, older parents aged out to being grandparents and newer parents don't have that concern necessarily. We are kind of left with school districts that are atomized, and growth in housing and growth in student populations is further out in the suburbs that were created by that white flight.
Yeah, and on top of that, like it is just more difficult to run school buses in a suburban environment than it is in an urban one, just because everything is way more spread out.